welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be recreating a beautiful antique Vogue cover. This is part of a series called Nailed It that Lexi Zhang here on YouTube started. So, nailed it or failed it? You let me know. Alright guys, so thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today we're going to do something super fun. I'm so excited. Lexi Zhang here on YouTube started a series called Nailed It, where basically we take a celebrity photo or any inspiration that we find that we'd like to recreate, and we work on recreating it with our unique spin. She started this series about a month ago, and it's been really fun to watch. I was technically supposed to be part of it, but some stuff came up and I wasn't able to join the first two videos, but I'm excited to be doing this one with them today. Them is Lexi Zhang, who started the series, SUZANA TORRES, who is just someone that I just think is absolutely the sweetest here on YouTube. She's very real, she's very kind, she's very into luxury beauty, and I just love her so much. And of course, my day one, Jen from Al Feisty. You guys know Al Feisty pretty well on my channel. Love her. She and I have been together since my very first day here on YouTube. She's always been supportive and loving and kind, and I'm just so excited to be working with her again. So today we are looking at a vintage Vogue magazine cover. As we know, Vogue is like a very cult classic American lifestyle beauty magazine, and you can find fashion, beauty, lifestyle, all of that. But they are super well known for their iconic magazine covers. And so today, since Al Feisty is our special guest, she chose which antique Vogue magazine cover we would be working on. Here it is. Now, if you don't know this already, green eyeshadow is literally my love language, and this is probably why me and Al Feisty get along so well together, because she loves green eyeshadow too. She picked this magazine cover and I could not be happier. Clearly, you know, at some point I might put up my hair to make it look somewhat like the magazine cover. We will see, but we're gonna be just taking inspiration from this beautiful look and recreating it on me. I tried to research this magazine cover. I think it's either March 1950 or 1960. So if anybody knows, please let me know. But yeah, I'm excited to get started. I'm gonna be looking at the complexion, at the eyeshadow, and seeing how close I can come in to what we see on this cover. As you can see, it's a very beautiful, like soft, matte, but glam type of complexion. There's no highlight. We see a little bit of contouring, a little bit of blush. It's very, very beautiful and flat. So we'll look at that and see how we can recreate that. And then of course, the focus of the picture, in my opinion, is the eyeshadow. So we'll definitely be trying to recreate that as well. So if you're interested in watching me nail it, or basically making a fool of myself, then let's go ahead and get started. Before we do, don't forget to like if you like what you see. Make sure and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I love to just connect, chit chat with all my makeup friends, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Yesterday, I did stream a unboxing of my 1,000 subscribers luxury giveaway, and I just wanted to show everybody what's in the giveaway. If you haven't subscribed, make sure and do that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It will be open for about 30 days. I wanna be able to send that luxury box out before Christmas, so definitely go and check that out. I'll link it up here. And don't forget to subscribe and follow the rules in that live. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so as you can see in the photo, she has a very soft matte complexion. It's very poreless. It's very flat. There's a little bit of contouring that I see here, maybe a little bit of blush, but for the most part, very matte and flat. There's no highlight, so like, but we're gonna try it. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna go in with my Tom Ford Soft Matte Traceless Foundation to be able to create that beautiful complexion that we see in the picture. Okay, we've got our foundation. I didn't see too much highlighting going on. throughout the face. So I actually went all the way up to my under eye with the foundation, which I don't normally do, but that's what I did. So we're there. I think the next step will be contour slash bronzer. It looks more like contour, so I'm gonna go in with something a little bit more cool tone. So I'll go in with my Marc Jacobs Tantastic. Oh my gosh, I look like a ghost. I've lost my colors so quickly. Ugh. I'm going in with my Sonia G Cheek Pro. I'm not gonna contour too much. I adjusted my lighting just a little bit. Ugh, it's such a struggle, you guys. It's a struggle. And again, I kept the contour pretty light throughout the face. I just did a tiny little bit on the nose. Nothing too crazy. And I think that's the extent of what I will do. Next, she seems to have very light wash of blush color there. So I'm gonna go in with my M Cosmetics drops and just kind of wash that over the tops of the cheek, not too much in this region. This is in the shade Pink Nectar. I'll just kind of rub to sheer that out a little bit. And then I'll just put a little bit here. That's what it looks like in the picture to me. That looks very pretty. Okay, next. In the picture, it looks like she doesn't have a very bold or strong brow. It's pretty light. So I'm gonna go in very lightly with my Chantecaille Perfecting Brow Tint and Gel. Nothing too crazy. The focus, again, I feel needs to be on the eye color. I might go in with a little bit more just to give it more shape here, but we'll leave it for that. I'll kind of just even it out a little bit. I definitely won't use my Urban Decay Brow Blade or anything, which makes it very defined and very bold. I'll leave it pretty light. Okay, now I think is a good time to set just lightly. Again, we're going for a soft matte look. I'm going to take my Sephora Pro 93, which is the featherweight. I'm gonna go in with my By Terry, the light apricot under the eyes. Since we didn't really lighten up with concealer or anything, I think it's okay to go in with a lighter powder. I love this powder, you guys. I think that for the winter, this is gonna be a staple for me. Actually, one of my friends that we're doing the collab with, SUZANA TORRES, gifted me these powders. And I am just loving them. They do provide, I mean, I don't know about hydration, but they just make your face not look cakey and dry and built up so much. So I'm really enjoying them. I'm going in with my BK 104. And this is in the shade Medium, just to set the rest of the face. But it really is beautiful. It's a beautiful powder. Okay, I think that looks good. I like it. Now I did set my eyes as per usual with my NARS Budge Proof Eye Primer. I love this stuff. I think it's great. I do think that I should have thought about this and started with the eyes first because we're gonna use green eyeshadow. So just in case of fallout, I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass Loose Powder and just pack it in under the eye so that if we do have fallout, you know, it won't look crazy and we can clean it up. Going in with just a dry sponge here. You know, I gotta tell you guys, like, for those of you that have been watching my channel for a little bit, you guys know this, like my little love affair with BK Beauty, but ever since I started using the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, I have not used a wet sponge. I always used a wet sponge as a way to like to be able to like blend the foundation in well, make it one with the skin, and I haven't needed to. So anyway, again, putting this down as just protection for my eyes. So I think what I'm gonna do, there's two palettes that I think will serve me very well, but I just found another one that I think I wanna add. I'm gonna go in with both of my Chantecailles. This is the Walk for a Giant. This is the Protecting the Wolves. This has really pretty forest green here at the end that I think I'll use. And then I do think that I will need these two shades here. And then we also have, some Chanel. We have the Chanel Blurry Greens that I think will be really pretty and help me out to achieve the look. And then right before I started swatching this little palette that I haven't used in a while, my e.l.f. Jalapeno palette. And this one looks exactly like what we need to deepen out the outer V as the last layer. So I'll explain what I'm doing. And you know, I don't have like a ton, but I do have like a good amount of green eyeshadow themed palettes. So if you're interested in seeing me kind of talk about those, show those, rank them maybe, let me know. I would love to work on that kind of video for you guys. But yeah, I just think it's fun. Like, it's fun to talk about the stuff that we have and how we like it, where we rank it, you know? Okay, for starters, I'm gonna go in with a Refer number 1. And I think that I will start with this Walk for Giants. I'll go in with the lighter shade and then we'll see what we need. As you can see in the picture, like she has, it's mostly green, but on the inside it's lighter. And so that's what I want to try and create here. Just a little, just to kind of set the base there and start. There we go. So that's what we've got going. Then I might go into I'm going to go into the taupey color here. Same brush, just on the outside, just to give it a good base for those strong greens that are going to come on. I guess that's what, like, the nicest thing that I like about this series is, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a review channel, which is primarily what I do on my channel, but I'm starting to get a little more creative, like do other stuff too, because I think like that can be exhausting for anybody to just be, you know, focused on the new. Like, let's use the stuff we have. It's so much fun to play with makeup. And so, I don't know, when Lexi asked me to do this, I was so excited because I'm like, now that's what I want to do. So, I don't know. I thought it was cool that she had that idea. So, the way that I see it in the picture is like, you know, she's got a really pretty gradient in the greens, and then the deepest green being the close to the bottom there. So I'm going to start in layers, and then hopefully we can work that out. You know, let me swatch the palettes so that you guys know what we have here. So we have blurry greens. I think I'm gonna swatch both greens for you. This one first, and then this one. So we have these two there. Then the green that I thought would really help us would be this one in the Save the Wolves palette. I'm so sad because I've been playing with it a lot, so my wolves are starting to go away. Okay, so that's the one that you see there with a little bit of a blue shift, which I think we really need. And then again, when I was swapping the jalapeno, this is the green that stood out to me, the darkest one. So let's swatch that one and see what we have there. We've got really good different tones there. I think I'm gonna start with like all over the lid with this, maybe elevate it a little bit. Then I'll go in with maybe something like this, and then for the last layer, it'll be one of these two. I'm taking my BK202, and I'm gonna go into this green here, just lightly at first, kind of trying to figure out how much pigment we're gonna get. In the picture, you know, the greens go almost all the way up to the brow there, so we'll go higher than we normally do. Do you guys ever do that? Like, just sit around and just play with makeup just for the fun of it? I mean, I think a lot of us know of this, like the swatch therapy sessions, but sometimes I just come in here, like, I think I heard this from Tati a long time ago, like, at night when you're gonna wash your makeup off anyway, like, go and sit in front of the mirror or your vanity, whatever. Grab a palette and just start playing with the colors and experimenting. Like, practice makes perfect, you know? Next, I'm going to take my BK207 brush, and I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go into another blurry green shade, which is that one there, the bottom one. And I'm going to go a little bit lower as we start tightening up the outer V. Creating that gradient. We're going to blend it into, like, you know, the outer third of the eye. Do you guys see the fallout? I'm so glad that I put that powder there. And I also want to share a tip, because I used to never, I don't bake anyway, but I didn't even like to do this because I thought, oh, it's going to dry out my under eye. And so I think it would if I just kind of like fluff the powder off when I'm done. But what I like to do is, like, after I'm done, I'll take like a little bit of setting spray or whatnot, and I'll spray it like on a sponge or even my finger, and I'll just go in there and pat it to provide a little bit more moisture in that area. So that's how I do that. All right, and finally, I think I'm gonna go with jalapeno actually. I thought I was gonna use Chantecaille, but I'm gonna use jalapeno and I'm gonna go with that one. I am, however, using that tiny detailed brush from the Chantecaille palette. I think this one will be good for getting deep, like very tight in there into the outer V. All right, and so this one's gonna stay very, very low here and go in just a little bit. How are we looking? I know it's dark and crazy, but I think we're getting that pretty gradient. Taking my reference number 1 and just kind of blending a little bit. Now I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go in with my lighter Walk for Giants color there, just with my finger. And I'm going to lay that down on the inside. Although it's not too light in the picture, there's a little bit more, it's lighter on the inside there. So I wanted to put that there. It will cover like the first 2/3 of the eye, I would say. And then for the lower lash line, it's really dark, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna go into this green here, which again is the first shade that you see there. And we're gonna slowly start to build out that lower lash line, which is crazy. I mean, it comes out, it's smoked out pretty significantly. Comes out pretty far. And we'll clean it up. I mean, there's definitely gonna be cleanup. I even have some like kick up going in there. I didn't realize that the Chanel Blurry Greens were so powdery, but I've never gone in with like a little sharp detailed brush like this. So I'm going into the e.l.f. now, and I'm gonna further connect these and deepen it up. Patting, trying not to flick the product as much. Taking just a smaller brush. I don't even know what brush this is. It's like an Eco Tools brush. I'm gonna go in with my diffused light powder. I think that one, sorry about the change in light, guys. The sun keeps coming in and out and my blinds are closed, but ugh. And I'm gonna brighten up that inner corner a little bit. I'm also gonna clean it up here. Yeah, that cleaned up really nicely actually in the brow bone area. So with everything going digital in our world, do you guys still get those magazine subscriptions? I mean, I know that subscriptions are a thing in beauty, but it's mostly like beauty subscriptions, you know? Do you guys get those still? You know what, sometimes they'll have like promotions where they'll send it. Like the last one that I think I had was like a couple years ago for Oprah magazine, which I actually really enjoyed. I just love Oprah anyway, but that was like literally the last one that I could think of having. It's like such a thing of the past, you know? But also I wanted to say, if you're not subscribed to the other ladies doing it, go check them out. See if that's something that you'd be interested in. I think that they would love to have you join their community as well. And then you're watching this Friday morning, but tonight we're gonna have a special live. I've teamed up with SUZANA TORRES, which is one of the ladies here that we're doing the collaboration with, and we do a monthly favorites on her channel. It's a girls' night, bring a drink. It's a guy, well, it's a makeup enthusiast night. We talk about our favorites, bring a drink, and this month we have a very special guest. And so definitely go check us out. I have the link down below, but it's a good time. Last month, actually, we featured Lexi Jung, who's the creator of this series. And then this month we have a really beautiful special guest. We're so honored. So yeah, definitely go check that out. Okay, it looks crazy, but we're gonna clean it up. I think it should look good. Now in the picture, her eyes are very bright. Now she has lighter eyes than I do, but the way that I will brighten up my eyes is I will go in with the Benefit, the Eye Bright pencil. And it's just like a bone colored pencil that I like to put in my waterline, sometimes even above, just to brighten up the eyes. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, so this is what we've got so far. I think it looks pretty good. It's dark, it's vampy. I mean, I think it's very editorial. It's for magazine covers. I think it's cool. I think we did good. I did, like I said, brighten up the inner eyes, and like what a difference it makes, you know? I didn't see like large lashes. So even with a really dark eye, just going in with this pencil to brighten up the eye, you know, really does make a difference. So I will say that. Now, the last part I think that we need, I don't know where my Charlotte Tilbury spray went, but I'll just go ahead and I'll spray with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I just want to add a little bit of hydration back into the face, get everything settled. Not make it glowy, but just kind of, you know, meld everything. So I think the last part that we need is the lips. All right, so I put my hair up a little bit just to kind of give it that vibe, you know, just so we can kind of focus on the eyes here. But I think the last part that's left is the lips. All right, if you can hear my dad in the background, I'm sorry. He like refuses to pipe down. It is what it is. You can't tell him anything. So anyway, I came up with this little concoction for my lips that I think might work. It's like a soft peachy lip. So I'm gonna go in with 3 products actually. I'll go in with my Propa Beauty in the shade Limitless, and it's like this really pretty orangey color here. And we're just gonna dab that in. And then I'll go in with my Wayne Goss Amaryllis, which has the same peachy undertones, but it's a little more pinky. And then we're gonna top it off with a little bit of gloss, not to make it glossy, but just to kind of make it real smooth and buttery looking like in the picture. And this is Hyacinth, and it's also Wayne Goss. And I'm just gonna tap. So we just kind of tap. It's orange, as you can see that. That's pretty though. Then I'm gonna go in with my Wayne Goss and go in a little bit harder. That's looking very pretty. And then we're gonna dab on a little bit of gloss, and that should finish off the look. Again, I don't want it to be too glossy. I'm just gonna dab. I'm gonna bring you in a little closer and let me know what you think. Here is the final look. What do we think? I mean, it's gonna look a little different. It's fine. It's more about just taking the inspiration and then just getting creative with it. Overall, I mean, it's a very bold eye, I will say that, but like, I'm a little extra, so I would totally rock this in general anyway. I've never really gone in so hard with so much green all the way to the top, so it was fun to try something new. I don't think it looks bad at all. I mean, I think that the focus, again, with the face being so understated, the focus is the eyes, and I think it looks great. So that's it. That's my first Nailed It video in this series that Lexi Zhang created. Thank you so much, Lexi, for bringing me in and allowing me to be a part of this. I think it's so much fun to get creative with makeup, like I've said throughout the video. Thank you to SUZANA Torres and Jen from All Feisty. I just appreciate you all so much. All of you guys really do inspire me as well, so I'm thankful to be able to do this with you. If you guys liked the video, give me a like. Make sure and subscribe. I did link the video for my 1,000 subscriber unboxing for the giveaway in the eye and down below, so definitely check those out. And go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where a lot of announcements are made. That's where we become real makeup friends. We can tag each other, talk about makeup all day, and so definitely go and check me out there. Thank you again so much for watching. If you're here from any of the other ladies' channels, welcome. I'm so happy that you were able to come over, check me out, and I hope that you consider subscribing. So have a good one, guys, and I will see you guys tonight. I'll see you guys tonight on SUZANA Torres' channel. Thank you guys so much. Bye.